All right, good Wednesday morning, everybody. We're halfway through the week and temperatures are perfect right now. We are sitting in the 70s at the airport, 73 at Stinson, mostly sunny skies. Cold front the last couple of days has really driven in some drier air, pushed out the humidity, and overall very comfortable as we get our Wednesday started. Again, we're halfway through the week and right now it is sunny, but by tomorrow morning the weather changes and rain does return. So more on that in a second. We'll talk about future radar, how much rain we're expecting, and also the tropics. Details coming up in a second. 70 at the airport, 73 at Stinson. We have beautiful weather out there this morning. 68 at Kerrville, I'm sorry, 74 at Kerrville, 68 in Bernie, 68 in San Marcos, and 75 towards Hallettsville. So temperatures are recovering and they're rebounding. And right now we're at 70 at Rock Springs, 74 at Fredericksburg, under mostly clear skies. Winds from the east now, from the north and northeast. A little breezy at some areas, especially near Rock Springs, Del Rio, at about 15 to 20 miles an hour. Very calm east of I-35. Now today's forecast right around 80, which is closer to normal. Last several days have been different. We've been in the 80s, but especially on Halloween, the first and second day of November, that's when it was really warm, like mid to upper 80s. Now we're actually trending where November temperatures should be, and that's what we like to see. Clear skies through at least 6 o'clock, and then 8 p.m. rolls around, which, by the way, sunset is at 5:43 tonight. That is the result and byproduct of daylight saving time ending, and now we're in standard time. As a result, days feel a lot shorter. So tonight's sunset 5:43. Sunny skies, high near 80, and clouds return by 10 p.m. tonight. And what that's going to do is usher in more moisture, more humidity, and that's going to set up the stage for rain tomorrow morning. That'll impact the morning commute, something to keep in mind tomorrow. As you're heading out to work, out to school, anything you're doing tomorrow morning, it will be impacted because of the rain moving in. It's not going to be storms, but it will be light to moderate rain, and that'll make the roads a little slick tomorrow morning. Notice out east, it is a little different towards Alabama, parts of Georgia, Florida. That's where they're seeing a lot of rainfall, courtesy of the same cold front that moved through in the last couple of days here in south central Texas. We look upstream and farther north towards Colorado and parts of New Mexico. If you look closely, there's even some snowfall for parts of the Rocky Mountains and on the 6th day of November. Anywhere from Albuquerque up into Denver, that's where they're seeing the storm system really start to spin up. It's going to gain momentum and strengthen today and tomorrow. And what that means for us here in San Antonio, well, it's going to mean some cooler temperatures and some rain. So let's go through this hour by hour. I'm just going to fast forward it to about right there. So that same system that's providing snow and rain for the Rocky Mountains, Colorado, New Mexico, that'll move farther east and dig a little bit farther south towards El Paso. That little dip in the upper level jet stream helps us bring in some moisture from the southwest and gives us these little energy ripples in the atmosphere. And the good thing about this is it provides a chance for rain. So today's forecast, highs upper 70s, right around 80. Tonight, very comfortable air, very mild. By 10 p.m. we're falling into the 50s for the hill country. So maybe a light jacket tonight. It'll be clear though. By midnight, clouds return, and then watch what happens tomorrow morning. Light rain moves in, maybe some fog, and some isolated storms and showers here and there. As you can see, it's not going to be widespread. It's not going to be everywhere, but the chance is there tomorrow morning for drizzle, mist, light rain. And then tomorrow afternoon with a little bit of break in sunshine, some of that daytime heat may bubble up a couple of isolated storms, isolated showers. Again, just to reiterate, it's not going to be everywhere. You can see most of us staying dry, but some of that may enter San Antonio, may enter Bexar County, towards Bernie, towards Kerrville, and we'll have to keep a close eye on the radar tomorrow because it's going to be slightly active. Very quickly, let's talk about this right here. Severe weather threat 0 for today, but for tomorrow and into Friday, San Antonio and most of the area is included in a marginal risk, a 1 out of 5, a low chance at seeing some of these isolated storms produce maybe some lightning, maybe some small hail, dime-sized hail, maybe quarter-sized hail at the most, and some gusty winds. Again, you saw that forecast model. It wasn't extremely impressive, but just to be weary and just to be prepared for tomorrow and Friday, there is a low chance at some severe weather. As you can see, it's not a level 2, it's not a level 3 or 4 or 5, but something to always be prepared for is the possibility at some storms producing heavy rain, lightning, and some small hail. That's tomorrow and Friday. There's a marginal risk for San Antonio. Now, it's not going to be a lot of rain. It's not going to be flooding rains, but there will be some storms that develop between now and Friday afternoon, Friday night, that may produce up to 1 inch to 2 inches of rain in some localized areas. As you can see, San Antonio forecast models are going for like 1/10 of an inch, maybe to 1/4 up into the hill country in some patchy areas. And then we can kind of see some of those red colors. Those are indicating more on the 2 to 3 to 4 inch rain total. But obviously, that's going to be in some rural parts of the area, localized pockets, depending on where exactly these storms set up tomorrow and Friday night. Tropics a little active. We have Hurricane Rafael, a Category 2. Now it's going to remain Cat 2 to maybe Cat 3 between now and this weekend. By Sunday, it moves into the Western Gulf. That's when it'll interact with more wind shear, cooler temperatures, cooler waters. And what that will do is likely decrease its strength back to a tropical storm. So winds probably on the range of 40 to 50 miles an hour by Sunday, by next Monday. But notice it's in the central to western Gulf by Monday, early next week. And depending on where it goes, that could either increase our chance for rain or not. Some forecast models have it moving into Louisiana by early next week. Some have it moving farther west. It just depends on what exactly happens in the upper level winds and the steering currents aloft that'll help guide this storm closer to land. Again, anywhere from Louisiana to Florida, some models have it towards Texas and Mexico. We'll have to watch it very closely. It's too soon to call where it's going to make landfall, but this is the forecast between now and Monday. Category 2, Category 3 into the Gulf, and then weakening because of wind shear in the western Gulf of Mexico. So that's Hurricane Rafael. It's interesting to see a hurricane in November. It doesn't really happen. We've seen a couple over the last couple of decades, but hurricane season technically ends on November 30th, so it's not uncommon to see storms and hurricanes in November, but it is still certainly possible. All right, 14-day forecast, everybody. We are looking at highs near 80 today, mostly clear, mostly sunny. 81 tomorrow and 81 Friday. Weather impact alert days for tomorrow and Friday for scattered rain and a few storms in the area. Some of those could be strong, maybe severe. I would say the majority of rain that does form today, tomorrow and Friday is mostly light. It's mostly light to moderate rain. But the better chance for severe weather will be Friday afternoon, Friday night. Right now, 60% chance we see some good rain Thursday and Friday, which is always welcomed. This weekend will be perfect. Partly cloudy, if not sunny. Highs, daytime temperatures, middle 70s. Clear skies through Monday and Tuesday next week, with some slim rain chances returning by the middle of this month. Otherwise, daytime highs a little closer to normal, 70s and 80s for the next 7 to 10 days here in San Antonio. Download the KENS 5 app for the latest on our local weather updates. We have our local Mets here at KENS 5. We have me, Paul Morales, Bill Taylor, Maggie, Jeremy Baker, all providing local updates on our KENS 5 app. It is free as we continue to roll through November. Highs in the 80s today, tomorrow, and Friday with better rain chances Thursday and Friday.